Today, I'm going to show you everything you need to know about email inside of GoHighLevel. Now, just quickly, here's what's coming up in today's video. So what we'll cover today is how GoHighLevel actually sends emails, how to set up your domain and also your subdomain, sending emails manually and automatically, how to send bulk emails, so if you want to send one email to lots of different people, and also using the email template builders to make your emails look really professional. So before we set up your domain or we start sending emails, you need to know how GoHighLevel actually sends emails. So usual email providers like Gmail and Yahoo, they have their own email services where they send emails through their own services. GoHighLevel does not have their own email services, so they use a third-party email service called LC Email. Now, once you've created a GoHighLevel account, you don't need to sign up for anything. GoHighLevel will allow you to send emails straight away. We just need to connect our domain. And the reason we're going to set up an email domain is so your emails don't end up in junk folders or in spam. It also makes your emails look a lot more professional, which has that knock-on effect of higher reply rates. If we've got an email that looks unprofessional, it looks a bit spammy, people aren't going to open our emails, they're going to put them in junk, and that's going to really hurt our email reputation, which we're going to learn a bit more about later. And as well as your main domain, so this is your website domain, so for me, that's everythingai.org.uk, you also have something called a subdomain, and a subdomain is something that we're going to use to send emails on GoHighLevel. And we're doing this if, for whatever reason, your subdomain gets blacklisted, we're not using our actual domain, which doesn't harm its reputation. And for example, as you can see here, my main domain is everythingai.org.uk, but we're going to be using subdomains, which is a prefix in front of your already owned domain. So like lc.everythingai, or it could be paid.everythingai, or info.everythingai. So for example, if we set up an email campaign and somehow we ended up getting our subdomain blacklisted, this doesn't affect your actual main domain. So if I'm using lc.everythingai.org.uk to send out emails, and let's say my do not disturb rates are really bad, then that subdomain is at risk of getting blacklisted. But that subdomain is separate to our main domain, so our main domain does not get affected. And one more thing that's really important, and that is GoHighLevel uses alias technology. So when we're sending emails from lc.everythingai, the receiver will actually see the email is from the domain everythingai.org.uk. So for example, we're going to be sending emails from george@lc.everythingai.org.uk, but the receiver will only see george@everythingai.org.uk. And this is the beauty of alias technology inside of GoHighLevel. We can send from a subdomain when in reality the receiver will only see the main domain. And now that that's out of the way, I'm going to show you how to connect your domain inside of GoHighLevel. So once we're in our sub account, we want to go down to settings, and then in settings you want to head over to email services. And for a brand new account, you shouldn't have anything in here except a random domain that's shared for you. So to link your current domain, you want to press add a dedicated domain. And in this box here, you want to add your domain that you've purchased through a third party. So whether that's GoDaddy, Squarespace, or Wix, whatever domain you've purchased, you want to add that domain in. So my domain is everythingai.org.uk. But we don't want to just add your main domain, we want to make it to a subdomain. So at the start of your main domain, add lc dot. That way we are now using a subdomain which protects our main domain just in case anything goes wrong. So once you've added your main domain with lc dot in front of it, you want to just press add and verify. Now once this has popped up, we can now connect to our domain. And the way we do this is through the DNS records of whoever the DNS editor is from where you've purchased your domain. So for example, I've purchased my domain from GoDaddy, and GoDaddy's DNS records are through using Cloudflare. So you can either change your DNS records manually, or GoHighLevel is very clever and they can automatically change your DNS records. So press continue, and what GoHighLevel is going to do is it's going to find your DNS records provider. So it'll tell you that it's setting up your domain, and as you can see at the bottom, it said retrieving DNS records, and it's just popped up now. So my domain provider is Cloudflare. I brought it through GoDaddy, but the actual domain is based on Cloudflare. And what you want to do here is whatever's come up for you guys, you want to press authorize domain, and it will take you to that page of where your DNS records are hosted. You probably need to log into your account or sign up. I've already signed up on this Google account, so it's automatically signed me in. And once you've done that, then you can click authorize. And what GoHighLevel is going to do is automatically add these brand new DNS records into your DNS provider. Now this can be a bit confusing, but all it is your DNS records monitor and authorize who has access to your domain and who can use it. So as you can see here, I already have a few things verified. So under status here, you can see a few things that are verified. For you guys, it will probably all be not verified. This is because I've already connected this domain on a different sub account. And to fix this, you want to press verify domain at the bottom, and GoHighLevel will automatically verify these DNS records on your DNS provider. And then it will take you to this page where it says dedicated domain. You'll be able to see the domain that we've just added, and it will at first say SSL pending. Hey everyone, I just wanted to take a quick moment to share my free school community where if you join, you'll be able to ask me questions about GoHighLevel or anything AI related. And in this free community, you'll be joined alongside loads of other like-minded business owners and agency owners who are all looking to profitably leverage AI in their business. There's loads of valuable content in there just like this video, and we're adding to it every single day. And like I say, it's completely free, so even if you're just curious, it's definitely worth just checking it out. Now back to the video. Now it won't take very long for it to be approved, so just wait a couple of seconds, and once you reload the page, it should say SLS approved at the bottom. And once I've reloaded the page, as you can see, the SLS is now issued and we can now use our domain everythingai.org.uk. Now another really important thing we need to note is the email warm-up. So as you can see here, we're currently on stage 1 and it says you've sent 0 out of 1,000 emails today, and this is very important. Now 1,000 emails is quite a lot, especially at the beginning, and it says to build a strong sender reputation, aim to reach your daily limit consistently. And what this basically means, if you send close to 1,000 emails every day, your reputation will increase, but never go over that 1,000 emails. So for stage 1, we've got a limit of 1,000 emails. If I was to go over that 1,000 emails for the day, my domain will be blacklisted and we'll have to set it up all again. So whatever limit you have in your emails, whatever stage you're at, make sure to not go over the limit, otherwise your domain will be blacklisted. And like I said before, if you want to increase the number of daily emails you can send, you want to send close to your limit every day. And once you're consistent with it, this will increase your reputation. And once you've warmed up your email domain enough, you'll be able to send, I think it's up to 250,000 emails a day, which is, I think, way more than anyone will ever need. And another useful thing you can do is at the top here, if you press domain configuration, this is where you can have a specific subdomain for all the different categories. So at the top here, for your calendar domain, we can also add a subdomain, which will be something like calendar.everythingai.org.uk. And all this does is it helps organize your email. So let's say we've got lots of emails going out every day. If we were to name a different subdomain for each category, payments, for example, we can use payments.everythingai.org.uk. For emails, we can do info.everythingai.org.uk. There are lots of different things you can do with this, and this is really good at organizing all of the thousands of emails that you'll either receive or send out. And it's great practice to do right at the beginning. And now that we've got our main domain and our subdomains set up, there is a few more other important settings we need to go over. So if we go back and we go over to reply and forward settings, this is very useful. And what a forwarding address allows you to do is when a lead or a contact replies to your email, their reply will be automatically forwarded into your personal inbox. So for example, let's say that I've sent an email to one of my leads through GoHighLevel, and that lead responds to that email. That lead's respond will also be forwarded to my personal email that I've entered here. So I'll be able to see in my personal inbox that the lead has replied, and I need to go back on GoHighLevel and reply to them on there. And one important thing with this is you can't use the same main domain that we connected to your account previously. So for example, we connected everythingai.org.uk. My forwarding address can't be george@everythingai.org.uk because it will create an infinite loop of emails. So for example, in here, I would use george@yahoo.com or my Gmail address. And once again, this is very useful for getting notifications for when your leads reply. And then you also have a reply address where you can add a reply to address with all of your emails that you send out. And then we also have our email analytics. And this is basically a dashboard of all of the emails that you send out. But bear in mind, the higher the complained, bounced, and unsubscribe means that you are more likely to get blacklisted. So make sure these stay as low as possible. And this is a great way to monitor how your email marketing or your email performances are doing. You can also use this risk assessment and bounce classification to make sure that when you're sending emails that the risk isn't too high. Now, if you want to actually start sending emails, you want to go to your contacts and create a dummy contact. So I'm going to create a dummy contact. I'm going to call it myself, give it a name and add your email address and then click save. And if you want to send a person an email, you want to make sure that the email icon is selected here. And once you click on it, there are loads of different things that you can do. So the first most important thing is the from email. And you want to make sure that this from email is the exact same as your dedicated domain. So you can use anything at the domain we just added before. So I'm going to add info@everythingai.org.uk. And once you've got the correct from email and from name, you can enter your subject. So my subject is just going to be called test123. And then the message here is just the contents of the email. So I'm going to write, this is a email test. And then we're going to send this off, and we can see here that this email has been sent from us at 5:54 p.m. And now in my email inbox, you can see that I've been sent the email. So we've got the subject line here, so test123, and then also the description as well. Now, if we look at the details of where this email has been sent from, you'll notice that it's from info@everythingai.org.uk and not info@lc.everythingai.org.uk. And that is because of the alias technology that we discussed before. And we don't have a profile picture here because it's sent from GoHighLevel. Now I'm going to reply to this message. You can say hello. And if you go back over to our contacts, to our GoHighLevel conversation, you'll be able to say that there's a new here, and then George Ackers has responded with hello. And for us, it says that they've responded to info@lc.everythingai.org.uk, when in reality, these guys think they're applying to everythingai.org.uk, so it looks very professional. And once again, if you set up a forwarding email address, this email that the lead has responded with will also be sent to your personal inbox, letting you know that the lead has responded. And that's everything you need to know about manually sending emails inside of GoHighLevel. Now, if you want to send emails automatically, you can do this through automation. So I'm going to create a new workflow built from scratch, and you can use this for loads of different things. For example, let's say on our landing page, we have to enter your name and your email address. And when that lead has completed that form, we can automatically send out an email, either welcoming them to the team or saying, we've got your inquiry, here's what happens next. So you want to add a new trigger, and we're going to search up form, and you'll be able to see here when a form is submitted, and then you're going to add a filter, and you want to select the form that you've created on GoHighLevel. And then to send an email, you want to press this plus here and search up send email. And once you've clicked send email, you'll be able to add an action name. This is going to be a welcome email for when people have filled out a form on our landing page. From name, that's just George. And from email, once again, we want to use our main domain, not our subdomain. So I'm going to use welcome@everythingai.org.uk. Add your subject line, and you want to add your email contents in here as well. So welcome to the team. It's a pleasure to have you here. And you can also use templates, but we're going to get onto that a little bit later. And just like any message on GoHighLevel, you can also personalize your emails as well. So let's say I want to add the lead's first name into the email. You just want to press this tag here, go on to contacts, and then first name. And this placeholder will be replaced with whatever name of the lead who's filled out the form. For example, let's say Mark has just gone on the landing page and he's just filled out the form. He's put his name in and he's put his email address in and he's pressed continue. And once Mark has submitted this form, this welcome email will automatically be sent to him with welcome to the team, Mark. It's a pleasure to have you here. And before you publish these automations, you can also test the email that you're sending out. So if you want to test an email to see what it looks like, then you can enter your email address here, press send test email, and you'll be able to see what the email would look like for a lead who receives the email. So once you're done, press save action, and then press publish and save at the top here. And now that your automation is published, every time a lead fills out this form 0, they will be sent this welcome email with their first name inside. And like I say, this automated email sender is very useful, and you can use it for booking confirmations and also follow-up emails as well. So if you use this wait, for example, let's say a lead doesn't respond to your email for 5 days, you can use this wait to say, after 5 days, if the lead hasn't responded, send them this email, and it will send them automatically. And then, like I say, this is such a time saver. It is really a godsend automating emails. So that's how to automatically send emails. Now, if you want to send bulk emails, so whether that's single emails to loads of different people or lots of different emails to lots of different people, this is exactly how you do it. So go back to your contacts, and if you want to add your leads information to your contacts inside of GoHighLevel, you just want to press this import button here, and then you just need to drag and drop a CSV file in here, follow the steps, and all of your contacts and their information will be placed into your contacts tab inside of GoHighLevel. So instead of writing an email out in this contact box here, we're instead going to look at the contacts overview and use the select boxes down the side here. And once you've selected all the contacts that you want to send this email, you want to press send email here, and you want to press confirm and proceed. And then you want to give it an action name. So this could just be marketing email. So the client will not see this at all. This is just for you to know when you look back at your action history, what emails you've sent out. So from name, once again, you know the drill. We're just going to say George. And then from email, once again, it's your main domain. So it can be anything at your main domain. So let's say this is a marketing email. I'm going to say marketing@everythingai.org.uk. And then you subject 20% off your next purchase, just for an example. I wish I could spell. And once again, you can add a header if you'd like to, and then you can add your contents of your email. And this mode is really important because if you remember, previously we talked about your sending limits. So let's say you've got 1,000 contacts you want to send an email to. If you send all of those emails at once, obviously you're going to go over your limit and your subdomain will be blacklisted, which we don't want. So instead, we can either send them at a scheduled time. For example, we can send them tomorrow when our limit has definitely increased, or we can send them in batch mode or drip mode. So you can send emails to 2 contacts every day, and you can edit these. So let's say you send 100 emails to these contacts once a day. And this is really good at making sure that you do not exceed your limits. However, your reputation for your subdomain is also measured by how many emails you send an hour. So make sure you're not sending 500 emails in an hour if your limit is only 1,000, because it also harms your reputation. And this send in batch mode is a really great workaround that problem. Once you're happy, you just want to press send email, and then that email will be sent out to the clients. And the last thing we're going to look at is email templates. So if you go down to marketing here and you go across to emails at the top and you go to templates here, now if you press this plus new here at the top, you can either create a email template from scratch, so from blank, or you can choose from thousands and thousands of email templates that are already created from you, and you can edit these to your preferences as well. So you can see here, you can either press blank templates or email marketing templates. And the really good thing about these templates is there are so many different categories. There is a template for every single industry and for every single business. So for example, let's say I'm a restaurant. Let's find restaurant and bar here. So we're going to select that, and let's just use this donut one here. So we're going to choose this donut email template, and GoHighLevel is going to add this template, and we can edit this template to our specific needs. So we can add our logo, we can change the colors, we can change the photos, and we can also change the text that goes in there as well. And this is really, really good at making our emails look professional. So already this looks amazing. If you are a donut brand, I mean, this would be absolutely brilliant. And you can change your logo here, you can change the text, you can change the photos, and the buttons as well. You can change the buttons, what links those buttons take you to, and also the colors of the buttons. You can do loads of different things and really tailor it to exactly your needs. And once you're happy with everything, if you just press save template, then this template is now saved and ready for you to use. So if you want to use this template, you want to go back to your contacts. Now you can't use these templates inside of the email sender here. You have to go back out to your contacts overview, and once again you need to select the contacts that you want to send this template to, press send email, confirm and proceed. And then here, if you press select existing template, you can find the template that we just created, and you'll be able to see once it's loaded what the email would look like. And if you press edit here, this will open the email template editor, and you can edit the template from here as well. So as you can see, this is the email that will be sent, and you can add your subject line, your from name, action name, and from email. And then you can send a test email to make sure you're happy with everything. And once you are, just press send email, and then that email template will be sent out to your customers. And if you want to send out these templates automatically, if we just go back to the workflow we just previously created, on the welcome email here, if you want to select a template, once again, you can just press this button here, select the template that you'd like, make sure you're happy with everything, and just like a minute ago, you can also send yourself the email to make sure you're happy with it, and this template will automatically be sent out. And once you're happy with it, press save. Make sure you press save at the top as well. And these email templates are absolutely brilliant. They make you look super professional, and you can edit them to exactly your needs. And that is everything you need to know about emails inside of GoHighLevel. Now, if you have any questions about GoHighLevel or questions that are AI related, feel free to join our free community below, and our community will reply and help you to the best of our ability. Similarly, you can DM me your problem and I'll be more than happy to send you a solution. If you found this video helpful, then please consider subscribing. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.